Welcome to Shom Machshav on the daf. We're holding in Chulin daf Samech Gimel. In this daf, the Gemara brings two inyonim that have to do with birds. They give us the understanding of the depth of what a bird, what an oif is meramis, what it's coming to represent. The Gemara in Amudala brings what a racham, what a chassid represent, which midas they come to represent. Why do we find dafka that birds represent these things? So the Maral in Chidush Haggadah, there's a piece of the Maral that's missing some words in that piece, but he speaks about it also in Netzach Yisrael Perek Mem Beis. And the Yisrael the Maral tells us that a oif is me'oifif. The oif is flying in the air. And therefore it's considered to be a more spiritual creature. It's davar more ruchni. It's not down here in the Aretz, in the earth. It's in a higher level. It doesn't have the avus hachomri. It doesn't have the heavy physicality that the creatures have, the ones that are walking here on earth. And my Rebbe Ramesh Shapir Zatzal, in his Sefer Nechusei Yomo that we put out last year, and Ma'amar Tes, he adds to it that a oif represents the koyach hadibur. We know there's a machshava, dibur, maise. Machshava is a thought. The maise is the action. The dibur is what connects the machshava and the maise together. Oif HaShemayim yoylich esakoil. What Oif HaShemayim does, it represents the level of dibur, which is higher than oilam ha'maisa. So animals and other creatures are here on earth represent the physical maisa world. The oif represents something which is higher, which is the oilam ha'dibur. And he explains better than that what the Gemara says in Sukkah. The Yosef ben Uziel used to learn Torah, and the oif that flew above him burned. What's the idea? Because Yosef ben Uziel went to a higher level than oilam ha'dibur. He went to a place which is very high with Torah. So oif, which belongs to dibur, was burned from the Torah of Yosef ben Uziel. And Moshe adds that this is what the Gemara tells us in this daf in Amud Beis. The Gemara says, "Galui v'yadua v'mishar amar v'oilum she'oifas tehoirim miruim elatmeim." It's known for the one who made the world, who said and created the world, that the birds are more. There's more tehoirim than tmeim. Lefikach mana kos v'tmeim. That's why the Torah mentioned tmeim to give the shorter list. So Moshe pointed out, what is this lashon? What is these words? Galui v'yadua v'mishar amar v'oilum. Why don't you just take it as simple? There's more oifas tehoirim than tmeim, so I mentioned the tmeim. So Moshe, we're talking here about the essence of the bird. It's not only the fact that it's a longer list, but what the bird represents. Meaning the essence of this creature is the power of a bird. What a bird represents is more tahara than tmeya, because he belongs to a higher spirit, a higher place, the oilam of oilam adibur. So he's more tahara than tumah. Says that's why in general, people who do Averis are compared to a behemoth. As the Gemara says in the beginning of the Masechta, Min behemoth lavi bnei adam shedoimu lebehemoth. And a bird usually has to do with tzaddikim, because the Gemara says in Sanhedrin that the rosam shloifes tehoirim imat tzaddikim. So it comes out that a bird belongs to oilam adibur, to the level of dibur, to a higher place. So with this, we continue the Maharal. The Maharal tells us, the Gemara says here, there's a bird called rocham. And when it's here in the world, it shows rachamim coming to the world. So the Maharal says, because the power of the oif is to connect to something holier, not that that's anything special about them, but they're created with that level that they're able to connect to something higher. It doesn't say the word dibur, but they get the gzeir from Hashem. So when there's rachamim coming to the world, the one who could come and represent it, the one who could come and demonstrate that it's coming, is the bird. And he goes on to explain that the bird, the rachamim, whenever a person has mercy on somebody else, he connects that person. There's a relationship, there's a connection between them. There is a kesher. Says the Gemara tells us over here that the racham, the name of the racham is shrakrak, shin reish kuf. Shin reish kuf is the letters of kesher. It's a connection. And the Gemara continues and says that if it's sitting on the ground, that means Mashiach is coming. So the Maharal says that means the Racham is coming down to the Aretz. Based on what we learned, based on what Ramosha said, Pshat is the Aretz is the more physical place. And if you have Racham coming down to there, that means the whole world is turning around and Mashiach is coming. In the name of the Vilna Gaon is brought down that usually the Shefa comes from above. That's what Kshomim is all about. So if the Shrakrak is sitting on something above, that tells you a regular Racham of the world, like rain. But when there is Mashiach is coming, there will be Tchias HaMeisim, there will be Shefa coming from below, from the Aretz. So that's why the Shrakrak needs to be sitting on the ground to show the Mashiach is coming. And the moral continues in Masha. What he's saying is, now that we understand the bird can bring a dibur, sometimes the dibur could go wrong, like a novi sheker. Novi sheker brings dibur, but he says the wrong thing. That's why we have this shakrak who was lying about Mashiach and he had to be killed. But in general, we see the Maila of Oif. The Oif is Koyach HaDibur in the world. It represents Dibur. That's why it makes the noises and the songs. And it belongs to a more spiritual aspect of this world. Anyone who wants to join a sponsor, Shomachshava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.